My video for June 1st, 2018 is entitled Seduced by Promises, Misled by Lies. Since teenage, I thought my life purpose was to help bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. Those who have listened to me for some time already know that. If there is anything I've learned on this journey of life, I've noticed that things are rarely, if ever, what we are told in our human society and its structures. Whether priest or politician, they are known for making promises, pledges they do not keep. All of us at one time or another have been misled. We've all been tricked, deceived, and taken advantage of in one way or another. That's the human experience. Some see the deception more quickly than others, but we all experience the effects. Are we experiencing an awakening? There does seem to be a clash of so-called elite factions, as has been pointed out by Benjamin Fulford in his most recent weekly posting. Hillary represented one faction and Trump the other. Frankly, I don't trust either. While I hope the RV provides means for honest visionaries, I won't believe it until I am able to experience it for myself. Experience is mostly real, while the rest is seduction by false expectations. 2012 came and went without tangible change. What will it take? When will it happen? This is the latest in the day that I've made a video in quite some time. I had thought I was making a video for the 1st of June earlier this morning, and I waited and waited and waited for my friend Roger, the peaceful poet, to show up, but he thought that I wasn't going to make the video until the 1st, not that it was going to be shown on the 1st. I always make them the day ahead of time. That's normal because they go up at 5 a.m. and it's already prepared and scheduled for going live. Anyway, folks, I end up here making in the evening a video for the 1st of June, and tomorrow I expect to have Aristo make a video with me, and then perhaps the following day Roger will be able to join me, and of course Valentine is aching to make some more videos with me as well. In any case, I have lived my whole life since I was young teenager. I mean, maybe I wasn't even 13 yet when I began to realize that there was going to be a kingdom of heaven on earth. And I wanted to play whatever role I could play. As I've said in other videos, I was very spiritually oriented, or you might say religiously oriented. My parents used to punish me by telling me, well, you can't go to church. That was the punishment. Not many kids can say that, especially not kids in their double digits, in their teens. So I was not ordinary. I almost said I was extraordinary, but I don't know that that's true. I don't think I'm the only one that's like that. I believe that there were other people that also have a spiritual disposition. But as I've said, I was given to God before I was born and dedicated to the service of God. And I've taken that seriously throughout my life, which is why I have investigated all of the other religions and why I've come to the conclusion that the one thing that's in all of the religions that's valid in them all is to love one another. And it's the one thing that religions break time and again because they get trapped in the ego thing of I'm right. And if you have a different opinion, you're wrong. That is a clash of egos, and it will never produce the love that is the prime directive of the real God, the real creator. Now, there has been put in place a liar that has supplanted God on this planet. And why God doesn't take responsibility for that is still something I don't know. Some say it's because we had to learn some things, and the only way we could learn them was to see the opposite so that we could understand when the kingdom of heaven finally gets here, we could really appreciate it by comparing it to what we had experienced previously, and maybe some of our past lives will be more easily recalled at some future time when something will unlock in our psyche or mind, whatever, and open up to us a larger panorama of what we've been through as human beings. In any case, folks, I see things happening, and I get excited too. I read, as I said, I mentioned Benjamin Fulford. I read his reports every week, and there's others that I have consistently read for a long time. Some I agree with almost completely. Others present ideas that make me think, but I don't necessarily buy it hook, line, and sinker. And I don't think we should buy anything hook, line, and sinker. If there's anything that I would like to get you to see, it's that we're never going to create a society that works if we don't love each other. If we're trying to take advantage and we're playing one-upmanship and clashing our egos against another one's egos. This has to be brought, not that we get rid of our egos, we bring them into balance. We harmonize within ourselves so that we can harmonize within society. It always begins within us, not out there somewhere. But if it doesn't also take place out there, it has not had its ultimate effect yet of bringing peace on earth, bringing the kingdom of heaven to earth. And people say, Ron, God is not going to interfere. God is on a non-interference platform, and God will always be on that non-interference platform. Well, then how are we going to get out of it when they have such tremendous weapons? And when I say they, I'm talking about the government, which is the mind control system, like I keep saying. Government means mind control. That's what the word means. And it's about controlling us. We are slaves of the system, and getting out of it is really a tremendous challenge. There were some principles brought forth when the American experiment was first beginning by Thomas Jefferson and others. But of course it was supplanted, and we've been at war, like I said in a recent video, I think maybe the last one. We've been at war since the Civil War. There was never peace declared. So we've been at war one way or another all that time, which is why we fly the war flag, as I mentioned again in the video for the 30th, which is a completely different flag than the peace flag. And most people don't even know that the peace flag exists, but it does. It does. And there's a lot of things, folks, a lot of things that's hard for us to get our minds around. But the most important thing we can do is recognize and be honest enough with ourselves that we've been deceived by the system of religion, the system of politics, and most especially the system of money that has enslaved us. We've been enslaved there. We need to get free from that, and we need to at least be humble enough to admit that we fell for it. Because all of us have. All of us have. Some have taken advantage of it more than others, but we've all fallen for the deception of competition that is unhealthy. And again, we've talked about healthy and unhealthy competition. I don't want to rehash that now because I'm running out of time, for one thing. But in any case, I still pray and plead with God to help us wake up. That's what I really want. Thank you for listening, and namaste.